Why? That is the question. Our Twitter handles are on your screen.
And the man behind that report, C. Jayaraman of Kotak Mahindra Bank, joins in live on Business Tonight with a perspective. Thanks so much for joining in on the show. Your report seems rather optimistic in the backdrop of all the gloom and doom in the economy. What's led to a spike of almost 30% in the number of wealthy in this country?
I think it's obviously counterintuitive that when you have times of slowdown in the economy, etc., that you actually have numbers of ultra high net worth individuals increase. But I think the reality is that you have not only people in the ultra HNI category, but a large number of people in what we call the HNI category who are earning significant sort of flows of income. And I think what it really shows is that irrespective of what the markets may be doing in terms of equity markets, etc., the growth in wealth is still sort of happening significantly. And this, in a sense, reflects that sort of move.
You know, Jairam, in many ways, our viewers, of course, are getting a detailed sense of that report through the graphics. But I'd be very curious to know why you expect this number to rise, particularly in terms of absolute wealth. What is driving this?
No, I think obviously the sort of underpinning of all this is in terms of the economy. And we have done this report along with CRISIL, and CRISIL's estimate, which has been used for the study, is that over the next 5 years, the economy will grow at an average rate of 7.5%. And based off that, then there is further extrapolation in terms of how much would go up in terms of business incomes and wealth of individuals. Accentuated, of course, by the fact that you have different asset classes and that they would grow in certain at a certain pace as well. So all that put together is where we have arrived at that number in terms of net worth increasing 5 times over 5 years.
But Jairam, some of the spending trends outlined in the report seem interesting. You mentioned there's been a rise in spending on apparel, accessories and alcohol. How do you see this developing going forward?
No, I think it's a combination of things. I think one, the broad factor is that what we have seen is that even during times of comparative slowdown, while investment habits of HNIs, ultra HNIs can change, it's unlikely that spending habits will change very dramatically. So to that extent, that will remain fairly constant. And I think some of the other trends that we are seeing in terms of particularly apparel and brands, etc., is a reflection of the fact that many of these brands are today available in India far easier than what they were probably even a year back. And to that extent, the ultra HNIs who might otherwise have had to go abroad to sort of make these purchases are actually making it in India.
Jairam, how have things changed because of the depreciation in the rupee? It's been so volatile. Any sort of a trend in terms of habits of these HNIs that might have come through in shopping, holidays, what have you?
I think I'm not necessarily sure that in terms of the overseas holidays it's changed that much, but I think what we do see has changed to some extent is in terms of the sort of shopping and purchases which people make abroad, and clearly the fact that many of these things are available today in India, and B, the fact that the rupee in a sense has depreciated clearly makes it sort of much better for people to buy these things in India rather than buy them abroad. So I think that's really the only trend that we are seeing at this point of time.
But your study also focuses on luxury cars and and spend of HNIs. Could you briefly take us through those aspects of the study as well?
Yeah, that's really something which we said just to sort of accentuate the report, that pick up 2 areas which are of interest and which are useful from an HNI sort of perspective. And I think the luxury cars sort of analysis clearly indicates that the ultra HNI is moving away from the more conventional sort of pattern, which is probably reflected in a Mercedes-Benz, to what he believes are more exclusive sort of vehicles which are manifested in the BMW and an Audi. And I think that's a trend which we have been seeing consistently and which we believe will continue as you move forward. And in education, of course, the trends are a little mixed. They're a little different between the metros and the non-metros. But I think essentially it is in the context of what is important from an educational perspective for the Ultra HNI, and whether they believe that is available in India, or in some cases is it available only outside the country. So it's interesting, it's got nuances to it, and I think probably requires more detailed analysis.
Thanks, Jairam. Appreciate your time. Interesting analysis out there about the increasing number of HNIs or high net worth individuals here in India, despite the slowdown. Now, that's the question we spoke about on Twitter with our viewers. The number of high net worth households going up has jumped from last year by 30%. Now, the rich are getting rich in terms of a slowdown. Why? Here are some of the responses coming in.
Still ahead on Business Tonight, some news from the IT space. The anti-outsourcing sentiment has reached a fever pitch in the US.